Here we go. We're live. I'm joined by my old friend Christoph at Degustation. How you doing, mate?
Fine. It was a long waiting for another live with you. Well, I was off in Poland for a little bit. I had fantastic beers and some not fantastic as well, but it was many of beers. Well, family was complaining that I'm drinking too much because they wanted to drink with me something different, something much stronger. So yes, it was a good time.
Good. And I'm sure we'll discuss that throughout the hangout of his jaunts over in Poland and getting loads and loads of beer for next to nothing. But anyway, you've tuned in to watch two beers from Aldi that I didn't have a clue about. Of course, my good friend Christoph, he sent me a link with these beers, so I went down to my local Aldi and picked them up.
Yeah, you know what? When I found them in Aldi, I thought, you know what, they look fantastic, big bottles.
They look absolutely glorious.
So I thought it's worth to try.
Yeah. So we've got two 750ml bottles of beer. They were $2.99 a piece, so not bad value-wise. So hopefully they'll deliver. So the first one we're going to be taking a look at is the Brasserie de Noir, and it's their dry hopped beer, and it's a 6% ABV.
Yeah. Beer millésime or something like this. It just means vintage.
Vintage, okay.
Yeah, I think. So I think it is a base, and then we will have a rum version of this beer. With rum-infused oak chips. Right. So I think it's the same beer, just treated slightly different. And it's just called Special. Okay, so I think we can start from the original.
Yeah, we'll go on the original.
You know what? It has a nice features, cork and champagne.
Yeah, very
casing.
Nicely presented bottle of beer for £3. Let's just hope it's not all about looks and there is a bit of goodness in the bottle.
Yeah, because unfortunately no one wants to be responsible, so they hiding behind the Brasserie de Noir name.
Yeah, but what was it? You reeled off a couple of possibilities of who may brew it. What were them again, Christoph?
Brasserie de Goyan, I think, or something like this. Usual suspect for Aldi. How it's, I'm not sure. Is it pronounced this way? Brasserie Godel or
Godel, yes.
Goyan. Well, I'm trying to do a little bit of French impression, but I've never learned French.
Okay.
Well, it looks pretty nice.
Deep golden?
Yeah, golden color, clear, small head, but it looks nice. Nice. Ecru color. Nice.
Yeah, it looks all right so far. Nose?
You know what?
Nothing's jumping out loads, but
yeah, nice maltiness, a little bit of yeasty accents. It smells a little bit like the Belgian pale.
Yeah, that classic sort of candied sweetness a little bit in there for me.
Some tiny phenols, a little bit of Belgic accent.
Yeah,
but it's not like the very strong one. Just a little bit.
Pretty sort of like standard Belgian pale ale whiff to it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That tangy.
Or you can say, like a strong lager, nice maltiness.
Yeah, let's go in for the kill then. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Smooth, delicate, nice malty, with a little bit of bitterness. But bitterness, it's rather like earthy.
It's a pretty simple beer, isn't it? But I think always a key factor in my book, price.
For this price, for this size of bottle,
I think the price that you're paying for it is exactly what you're getting. That's not disrespecting the beer in any way at all. But it's a simple, straightforward beer, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, but very drinkable, actually.
Oh, indeed. I mean, it's one of these sort of. You go into your local Aldi, you'd spend £3 on a bottle of this, and you would have it with your lunch, wouldn't you? Your Sunday lunch or something like that. A simple beer that wouldn't get in the way of anything. Crack it open, you've got a nice, good helping of beer.
You know what? This beer can be paired with everything, because it's delicate. It doesn't have like standing out flavors or aromas, so it can go with everything. It's just like a general drink. It's like a white wine. It goes with everything almost.
Yeah. A perfect, yes, exactly the same measurements as a bottle of wine. If you're not into your wine and you want a beer, go for one of them. I think it's a nice little bit of fruitiness in there. It clings on to a little bit of Belgique qualities with that candied sort of sweetness in there, the classic yeasty esters in there. But very, very slight, isn't it? It's all toned down in there.
Yeah. It's like Belgian pale. It's very, very similar with just a strong lager. Emphasis is on maltiness and richness of beer itself. That's it. The malt is the key ingredient here, and then you have slight bitterness, which just add a little bit. They say it's dry hopped, so but there's no hoppy aroma at all.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it's too yeast forward for me, especially on the nose, and it comes through a little bit on the taste. Yeah, it's more yeast forward than hop forward, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not really getting any bit.
No hoppy aroma. So dry hopped beer, but no hoppy aroma, definitely. And there's nothing on the bottle to say anything else. But nice silver finish. You know what? It makes so difficult to make a decent picture of this. Because
yeah, the reflection and stuff, the glare on it,
yeah. Well, it's just a very settled beer.
Half decent knockback beer, isn't it?
Well, I think you have like half of the experience in the look of the bottle, and then it's quite nice and soft beer, which is very drinkable, and yeah, you can enjoy it easily. but there's nothing extra going on this beer. No, just
Yeah,
simple.
I wasn't expecting wow factor. You know, I wasn't expecting to be blown off my seat with, you know, a bombardment of flavour and everything. You kind of get a bit savvy to it. Obviously, £3. Come on, you know, it is what it is for that price, isn't it? It is what it is for that price. You can't take that away from it. It's definitely it's definitely a £3 beer, but still enjoyable. I'm definitely going to drink it. It's not like it's going to be a struggle or anything like that.
It's pleasant enough, but from this category that it's so soft that you barely notice it.
Right, okay, just a couple of comments have come in. So we've got my mate Scott, Wonder Be a Wonder. Evening, lads.
Yeah,
evening, Scott. How you doing, buddy? We've got Terry Uptel.
Cheers.
Hope you're doing well, mate. And then Scott says hello to Terry. Yeah, so I think for me, it's a middle of the road beer.
Yeah, you know what? It's a nice beer with even better presentation.
Maybe another stepping stone beer as well, perhaps. From you know the transition of rubbish, crappy British lager.
Well, you know what? I think it would be a nice transition. Yes, like from the Belgian pale is supposed to imitate lager, right? So yeah, it's good enough.
Okay. Before we move on to the next beer, I'd like to know a little bit more about your Polish beer haul, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you know what? I just had no time to go to any specialistic shops. But yeah, I knew that Lidl's has a very nice section with craft beers, so I went there, and I've started to, pick up beers, only craft ones, nice craft beers. After 1, 2, and then it was whole trolley. I'm like, okay, what I've done. I don't have even enough money to buy so much. So, well, let's see how much I have. Right, so I had like 110 zloty. So it's about roughly, £22. I went to the cashier and I've asked, can you start counting? I have only 110 zloty. So I will leave rest in a in a trolley, so we can put it back on the shelves if so. And you know what? She was counting and counting and counting. I was like, okay, I still in the range. Okay, so in the end, it was like 20 odd beers. I was like, okay, 20 odd beers, and then okay, it was 110 and 20 groszy, so it's like 20 pence. Okay, you know what? I don't have such money. 20 pence, no. And the next person in the queue is like, I will give you this, no problem. Like, oh, thank you very much. Well, this was a very nice experience. And the cashier even said, oh, you know what? This is not such a money. I can give you those. So yes, I've bought like 20 odd beers for 20 odd quids. I was happy in one shop.
Wow.
I could take more, but obviously I was limiting myself.
Yeah. And were these a mixture of cans, 500 ml cans, 500 ml
No,
bottles?
the Polish market is almost exclusively bottles and half a liter bottles.
Okay.
So big bottles, and yeah, it was heavy.
Okay.
Only,
Any sort of
only few cans, craft cans, you can find in Poland.
any sort of familiar names brewery wise that may have?
Well, let's see. It was Pinta, ale browar. Let's see. I will tell you exactly what it was. More. Waszczukowe. This is. Oh, come on. Load up. Inne beczki. And then I had like Jan Olbracht, yeah, Pinta.
Well, Pint is definitely a standout brewery. I'm familiar
Kingpin.
with.
So yeah, quite known breweries. Some original and some bigger ones.
All in all, I think that's pretty good value for money, though.
Oh yes, yes. Usually you have a craft half a liter bottle for like if I will do the good calculation, maybe 150.
Okay.
So it is a very good price.
Yeah, definitely. And we're
Well, for 150 here, you can buy a small can.
yeah, definitely
Well,
got the rough end of it.
Yeah, I was surprised how many wheat beers it was there.
Yeah, I've noticed that before though when I've gone into sort of the Euro supermarkets that are dotted about here. Always sort of nosy to pick up a beer from another, country in Europe, and it's like wheat beer. I noticed that a lot back in the summer. Lomza, they had loads of wheat beers out, and they were, well, I mean, even over here you could get about the £1.50, £1.60 mark for I think there were 500s or 330s. Yeah, it's something different, something new. I like going into them sort of shops though, I really do, because you never know what you're going to get.
Oh yes, definitely. You can look not only on the beer shelves, you can look on the different alcohols, because sometimes you can be surprised. Recently, I went to the Polish shop, and next to the wines and the vodkas, there were nice craft meats, and I looked. Oh, wow, meats, lovely. It's very hard to find good meats in Poland. Well, yeah, you have it in a small corner shop in England.
Yeah. No, that's what I do like about you just never know, and they're always changing it around as well. I've got two ones in my town that are more or less next door to each other in the high street, and I try and get in there once a week if I can, but there's always something different. I mean, they've got the usual suspects, Tyskie, Timmy and all that jazz. But you're always guaranteed a couple of new offerings, whether it be in a can or a bottle. Lithuania, Romania, Bulgaria, Poland, Estonia.
Yeah, especially
Just-
Baltic countries are quite well exposed in those shops.
Yeah, I think it's just breaks it up a little bit. So, just go on the comments again. We just got another comment coming from Luke. Evening, chaps. I'm in a bit of a predicament tonight. I can buy a bottle of 2018 Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, but it's 25 quid.
Well, it's only about your purse. If you think it's okay, well, your purse will tell you. But definitely, it's a good beer.
I mean, I've had the pleasure of trying previous years of that stuff, and it is an absolutely fantastic beer. Probably my personal opinion, I probably wouldn't pull the trigger on a bottle of beer at that price, but that's just me. If you want it, you can afford to buy it, fill your boots, mate. I'm sure you'll be in for a good experience. Right, okay, next beer.
Right. So a rum finish, but you know what?
Rum-finished,
It's exactly the same strength, 6%. So it didn't add any alcohol to it.
And this is gold then, yeah? Gold
Yeah,
lettering on
gold
that.
finish. Yeah.
Boom.
Well, you know what? I have the impression that it's a little bit darker.
Yeah, it looks a little bit darker. Yep.
Not so much, but yes. And very nice head.
Yeah, sort of soapy.
Yeah,
fluffy
very creamy,
head.
a cream color, small bubbles. Looks nice.
Not a lot in it.
Not a lot. I would say a little bit of woodiness there, but definitely no rum notes at all. No.
Haven't we come a cropper before with a beer that had rum in it?
Yeah, I think so.
And it didn't have rum.
I can't remember now what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go more like sort of like a oaky sort of whiff to it.
Yeah, I think the infusion it wasn't very strong. It was just
Dip a piece of wood in.
yeah, a little bit. Some flake, if your flakes in a whole barrel. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that little bit of like oaky woodiness to it, but the yeastiness pushes forward a little bit more as well.
Yeah, it's generally it's almost the same aroma, but in this one definitely you have this woodiness standing out. And that's it. I was looking for something more rum infused thing, but no.
Well, fingers crossed it comes through on the taste, mate.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, it is something different. I would say that it's even smoother with tiny sweet touch, which is a kind of rum, especially in aftertaste. But it's tiny.
I'm getting an added sweetness on top of the first beer, but I wouldn't necessarily go down the route of saying rum.
Yes, but you need to wait, and you will find it in aftertaste a little bit. It's not so obvious. It's like a late impression.
I think I'm going to be waiting a long time, mate.
And you know what? You have to keep drinking. I'm sure that you will find it finally. This beer is for investigators. They will be looking for those nice rum finish until they will finish bottle.
I was just trying to wrap my brains to the last time I had a beer with rum in, other than the one that we did before that we can't remember. It'd probably have to be an Innocent Gun beer, because they do a rum finish, don't they, on one of theirs?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had or did we have the original and the rum finish?
It might have been, yeah. Well, I know we did that gunpowder, didn't we? And we done the blood red sky. Was that it? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, a very long time ago that was, but I'd say the rum. Well, the rum in the Innocent Gun finish, from memory serves me, it was a lot more prominent.
Oh yes, definitely. Here is just
a percent higher on the ABV. Is it Innocent Gun? Are they 7% beers or 7.5?
Oh, can't remember now. It was so long time ago.
Yeah.
But definitely this beer is a little bit sweeter than the base, and well, a little bit more woodiness in aroma, and I found a little bit of rum in aftertaste, but well, in taste itself, no, a little bit more sweetness, nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Fair play to you. You've got a better palate than me, because I'm not getting any rum at all. I get the piney, light wood taste in there a little bit, ramped up with a little bit of sweetness. Again, the candied Belgian sweetness pushes forward in it, but I can't link it with rum. If I was blind tasting it, I wouldn't, I'd be none the wiser knowing that there's rum in it.
That's why I said it's for investigators. You have to investigate whole bottle to find it.
But I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed. These are £3 beers at the end of the day. I'm not annoyed. They're just, they're perfectly drinkable. They're not foul tasting in any way. No off flavors or anything like that. They're just basic beers.
Yeah, they are basic beers, and they are done cheaply. So those advertised flavors actually are barely existing here. It's like the Heineken or Carlsberg would say, it's highly hopped beer. Where they added tiny little bit more, because you can't find it in taste or aroma. And I think it's the same case. Dry hopped beer, barely noticeable bitterness. Nothing in aroma. Lovely. What a waste of hops.
Yeah. But we know all about breweries, big breweries and their bullshit marketing, don't we? From the Carlsberg Pilsner.
Oh yes, Carlsberg Pilsner. Yes, It's exactly the same lager.
Yeah.
Just they just changed the can and added, castrated flute to it. Because when you see the advertisement, oh, they have nice half a liter, glass, and it looks fantastic. I like the shape.
Yeah.
They were given freebies, with 6 packs. I'm like, okay, I like it. It looks nice on the on the pack. I've opened it and it's just like, what's this?
Yeah.
Short, rounded. It's not a nice flute.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking. I think most of the money went on that bloody actor geezer, didn't he? That was it. Mads Mikkelsen, is it? Or whatever his name is, the Hannibal guy.
Oh yes.
So it's they probably paid him a pretty penny to do them bloody videos, and just blagged it with a beer.
Yeah, definitely. Advertisement, it's everything.
Smoke and mirrors. Which one do you prefer out of the two then, Christoph?
You know what? They are almost the same, but I think the second one, it's smoother, a little bit sweeter, and I think a little bit less carbonated. But I must say that both, as most of the Belgian beers, are highly carbonated. So it's nice and creamy. This is standing out a feature, I think, and is very easy drinking.
Yeah, I'd probably go on the basis of the rum finish. Probably just edges it for me slightly with that added sweetness.
Yeah, I think it's like a little bit smoother, and that's it, because they are very, very similar.
Yeah, just what it is. £3. Right. Okay. Paul, PA Brew News. Hello, Paul. How you doing, mate? Yeah, that's it. You kind of know what you're getting on the beer spectrum of things in Aldi and Lidl, for that matter, as well. Cheap beers, really. Nothing, no bells and whistles on them. Just cheap beers.
Yeah, you can't have something extraordinary for little money, definitely. But you know what? It looks nice. It's very drinkable. Well, you just need to adjust to to this level.
Yeah.
You can be sometimes surprised with other alcohols, like whiskey, in those shops, because you can find good examples, really good whiskeys in a very low range of price. So yes, but you have better brands there, definitely.
Yeah. James Moore. How you doing, James? Evening, guys. About to crack open. Yeah, you'll love that. You'll love that. That is a fantastic beer. I really, really enjoyed that bloody beer. So yeah, let me know how you get on with it. I thought it was blooming mighty fine. Mighty fine. Okay, today on comments.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, they are quite okay beers. And I think they can be okay for someone starting with something else than nuggets, because they are soft. There's no extremes in them. Very, very drinkable.
Yeah, I could have seen myself 7 or 8 years ago, if these beers were on the shelf and they came out then, I could have seen myself going up towards them and examining what it's all about and maybe buying one, if not two, out of curiosity. And I think maybe back then it wouldn't have bombarded me with
flavors.
flavour. It would have been something slightly different, a little spin on things from the stuff that I was drinking back then.
Yeah, you know what? If you would compare what you've been drinking 10 years ago and now, you say, "Oh, this is a huge difference." And what you would consider now as like okay-ish beer, back then it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But you know what? Saying this, it was completely different market back then. There were only few beers that were different. If you had something from America, it was a holy grail.
Yeah.
The whole craft market was starting.
Most of the beers back then that came over from the States were old beers anyway, so they weren't, tip-top beers. It's moved on. Well, since I've been sort of like wrapped up in it 4 or 5 years, it's changing all the time, constantly changing, isn't it?
Yes.
Breweries rolling out beers on an almost weekly basis.
Yes. Very, very, very short-lived beers recently. But how many different styles, they developed by this time? How many different IPAs they developed?
Don't mention Brut IPA.
Brut IPA, yeah. You know what? Brut Pale Ale was okay.
Oh, nah. I just can't. I can't warm to that. I think I was talking with Scott the other night about brute IPAs and stuff like that. It's just I just can't get my head around that style. I don't know what it is, but just not to my liking at all.
But you know what? It was adding nothing. Just use of enzymes. Pointless, really, to have extra dry beer. You can do it anyway without enzymes.
Yeah.
And it will not do much to the flavor. But you know what? Also controversial is the use of flavorings, like Omnipolo. Omnipolo just doing flavorings, nothing else. Everyone is, hyped on it. Oh, the fantastic beers, and they just adding flavorings, nothing else. Is it craft? Well, kind of. But the same you can do with your ordinary Heineken and just adding like a little bit of flavoring to it, and you will have a fantastic beer. What's fantastic in it?
Don't spoil the dream for me. Well, I know what you mean. I think
it is a completely different story if you would achieve the same flavors by adding different, fruits or whatever.
Yeah.
But just adding flavorings, well, easy going, and well, I'm not saying it's very wrong because America is doing it, in a large, and they have no problems with this. It's just a way of thinking. If you will add a little bit of flavoring, because, for example, you add your own ingredients and you felt, you know what, it's not as prominent as I wanted, just add a little bit, I think it's okay. But if you didn't add anything, just the flavoring, it's just cheating for me.
Was it? I had a stout the other day. I forget what it was now. Yeah, it was a macro stout that I had, and it was a bit plain. Not a lot going on with it. I put a little bit of vanilla extract into it. Just give it a quick swirl.
Yeah.
Just popped.
Yeah.
Yeah, just made it a cheap boring stout, and it just lifted it that little bit, you know. It was all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know. If you tried to make an effort and you felt it's not enough what you expected and added a little bit, and you would put this on a label that you added some flavorings as well, everyone is okay, because, well, you've done your work and you just wanted to amplify the effect. Yeah, okay. But if you have a lager with the extract, okay, what's the point of this?
Yeah.
You can add the ordinary syrup, and okay, we have a cherry beer. Why not?
Yeah. Yes, it can be a bit of a sticky wicket, that. I like. I love adjuncts in an imperial stout. That's a match made in heaven for me. Regarding the style of beer, you put adjuncts in an imperial stout, it works for me. But then when you start doing it in other styles of beer, it moves the goalpost a little bit. So, yeah, I'm not for it. I'm not against it. But what I have had with an adjunct heavy imperial stout, I've enjoyed it. I've been a good drinking experience.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's all about attitude, how you making beer. If you choose to make a beer with good ingredients, and if you add a little bit of flavorings just because you thought it's not enough what you expected, I think it's okay. Of course, it is a way of cheating. But you know what? It's for people. You're always doing it with what's not artificial, and nowadays you can have everything artificial. So it is some crafting in it as well. I'm not saying.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But just make a whole beer all around the flavorings. I think it's not what you would expect. First of all, you would expect fine quality ingredients, and then good work, good effort from the brewer. And if they felt they need add anything, yes, it is a craft in it, because they tuning beer to their view. But if it is a way, for shortcut, well, you never know what it is.
Yeah, I know a lot of people said a few years back, when there was a bit of sort of like hysteria regarding hop shortages and stuff like that, that craft breweries would lean more towards adjuncts to bulk up the beer to make up for the hop shortage.
Yeah.
Purees and stuff like that, going into a New England IPA. I mean, I'm not too sure whatever came of that, to be honest. I don't know if we did actually get a hop shortage or not, but I know there was a bit of fuss for a few weeks about it. It all died away.
Because you still have a nice craft in it. I think sometimes it's much cheaper and easier to add real fruit to have the same effect from hops, when you have to add tons of hops to have a nice aroma, and it's quite expensive. But you know what? It is a different beer. You achieved what you wanted to achieve. If you want pure based malt beer only with hops, well, yes, but it will be completely different beer than beer with fruits. You will have the same
Right,
aroma
yeah.
or taste, but it will be completely different beer. So there are two different ways to achieve this. You can supplement aroma with fruits or with hops. Depends what you want to achieve. And that's why we have so many beers.
Oh, you have a job to keep up with it all, don't you?
Oh, no. There's
It's
too
impossible.
many.
It's not. I mean, you just end up running around in circles at the end of the day if you're chasing your tail trying to sort of keep up with it all, because you'd never do it, and it wouldn't make it fun anyway. To be honest, if you had to keep rushing out to get this and that and that. I mean, yeah, I like getting a new beer now and again because it's something new. It's exciting. I'm not really going out my way to get it.
Yeah, you know what? Recently, I found that with so big supermarket explosion for craft, you don't need to go to specialist shop anymore. If you're like casual drinker, well, every week you will go to the Tesco and pick up a 4 for 6, and well, good for me. And they are good beers. Well, of course, they are not the same what you would found in specialist shops, but still, it's a good platform to have lots of new beers, because every month or two you have completely different beers.
Yeah. Have you got like a sort of go-to beer?
Well, I have no time for this. There's too many beers to try. Yeah, well, you know what? Actually, I like nice malty Euro lagers. So no problems with this. My wife is very keen on Old Speckled Hen, and the vintage version especially.
Yeah.
So cheap enough and very good quality beer. I know it's Green King, but it's good enough. I like this beer. It's nice. What else? And
what would you say?
Yes.
What would you say that's your favourite Polish go-to beer?
It's changing. It's changing. Even macro beers are changing, so you can't say it's the same anymore. Of course, I would say any Baltic porter. There are different ones, but the core, like Żywiec, Okocim, it's beautiful. You can have much better versions when you will try, like Cormoran or well, Imperium Prunum is just a wow, but it's a completely different league.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like what Guinness Foreign Stout. This is a beautiful classic. I would drink it anytime. It's lovely. Oh,
I'll go along with you on that one.
yeah, it's just beautiful. Nigerian Guinness, lovely.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's a very, very well made beer, isn't it? Really.
oh yes, it's beautiful,
It
and
is
it's
beautiful.
always in Tesco, always there.
Oh yeah. I know. I have seen it around in a few sort of like news agents or corner shops off licenses in 7. Is it no 660s or 7? I think it's 660 bottles. So a bomber
Yeah,
of the foreign extra stout, and it's only sort of, I don't know, a pound more.
yeah.
I think that's proper bang on the money. That is for, what is it, 7%, 8%?
Yeah, it's close enough, I think.
It's quite
seven something. I think.
Yeah, it's decent ABV to it, and it's a fantastic, well-made beer. And I know there's a Belgian version out as well that I've seen about online.
Antwerp. This is good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Beers of Europe, and that was only what, I know, a couple of quid a bottle, £2.30, £2.40 a bottle.
I'm sure that like 2 years ago it was in Tesco Antwerp version. Yeah, good. Now you can have only like a Dublin Porter.
Indies.
Yeah, and this, but it was at Antwerp as well. So Antwerp was the Belgian version. Yeah.
No, always them sort of beers. I always sort of like try and keep sort of tuned into them as well, just to gauge the palate a little bit, and I still enjoy them. There's no shame in saying I enjoy a macro beer from time to time. It's
you know what? If it's good,
yeah, it's beer, isn't it? You've some weeks I've got a little bit more money in my pocket and I can splash out, and then other weeks I have to rein it back a little bit. So them beers come in handy to be drinking, don't they, when you ain't got a lot of cash.
Can you remember when we've been drinking Żywiec Porter? 75p, and it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Macro
multiple
Heineken, and beautiful.
Yeah, I've got good memories of that beer that you sent me. That was a proper, well-made Baltic porter, wasn't it?
Oh yes. Well, you will see probably in 2 weeks' time or something like this. Something that is different version of porter. It's called Sleeping Car Porter.
Sleeping Car Porter.
Sleeping Car Porter from Inne Beczki. And it is, in the first version, I think it was, low fermentation porter that's supposed to, be imitating English porter, but they added lactose, so it was a milk porter. So in this sense, you would say it was a session milk Baltic porter. Yeah, lovely beer.
Yeah. Just doesn't go together, does it? Session Baltic porter.
Yes, it was only 6%, so yeah, definitely session.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it is a session Baltic porter then, yeah. Well, we've seen before, haven't we, in the past, that we've seen Baltic porters when we've been looking online for beers to get for next sort of destinations. The Baltic Porter, and then we look a bit more into it. And
7%.
it's
What?
7%. What's that all about? We
Yeah.
want to see. We want to see 10% plus. Thank you very much.
Yeah, something above 8, it would be great. 8, but usually it's about 9, 10, even more. Yeah, something like this.
Okay, let's just go back to the comments. James comments regarding the Imperial Stout that he was on about. Yeah, fair dues on that, mate.
Oh yes.
Earlier. See, there's a lot of variations of that around that have caught my eye. I know Jonathan did one with the Bailey's Irish Cream, and I think Mark Beer Hooligan, he did the amplified version. It was like 12% or something like that. Fucking hell.
He's splashing money.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to both of you for 10,000 subscribers. It's a good achievement.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Okay. Does that explain why the price is so high then?
Yeah, looks like.
Yeah. I forget what the other one was. If you're still watching, Mark, the 12% one that you did, is it just a standard Stay Puffed, just amplified? I don't know. I can't remember what you said in your video. Chris Craig, you hear about the usual Tyskie, Lecce, and here in Scotland, a lot of Polish people drink Perla.
Perła, lubelska perła. You know what? I've grown up on this beer because every year I was going to my grandmother, and she was in a region, so in every shop you had lots of different perlas. Lovely beer.
I've had the honey one, which is really nice.
Yeah, a little bit sickly sweet, but yes, but yeah, original nice hopped perla is just lovely, especially when it's fresh. It's from Lublin Brewery. It's just a nice lager. Of course, you can have a Perla Porter. This is nice. I think it's 8% or something like this, but still quite nice. Now you have very wild portfolio of Perła. So yeah, it's a good beer. And, I have a sentimental, thinking about beer because it was the first probably beer that I was trying when I was a baby. Just licking them foam off the glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
There were different times,
I'm going to do a little blend with mine. I've got a little bit left of the first one.
Yeah, you are experimenting. But I'm sure that it will be no big difference in it.
No, I doubt it.
So yes, I would recommend Perła, especially with the new incarnations. It is a good beer.
One of the best Polish beers. I wouldn't say best as in taste-wise best, but like a standout, memorable can of beer is the one with the Indiana Jones geezer on the front of it. Is it Tatra? Is it or something? Tata?
Indiana Jones.
Huh?
Tatra. No, Tatra has just the mountains on it.
Oh, it's got like the Indiana Jones chap with it. I'm sure that's Tatra.
No.
I've got to have a look now. You made me think about that. I'm sure it is.
No, it doesn't look it. You have probably you will have a mountaineer with a nice rounded cup with a feather, but nah. Let's see, Tatra.
Zewick Breweries, Tatra.
Żywiec, Tatra. No, Tatra.
Yeah, you probably ain't going to see it.
Well, definitely it's not Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no, he's got the hat on. He's got the leather jacket.
Well, I would never consider this like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no, that's the first thing that pops into my head when I did that. Is Indiana Jones? He's just missing the whip.
No, it's just a traditional clothing for the guys walking around, and shepherds. They are mostly shepherds.
Cool looking shepherds.
Yes. So yeah, the guys walking around the Tatra Mountains, they were looking like this,
Yeah, no, that's a cool looking shepherd. That knocks all that biblical stuff out the water with like blokes in long frocks and stuff. Leather jacket, hat. Yeah, happy with that.
Yes, and actually they had like a walking stick and it with the axe. So they had a weapon as well.
Oh. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, quite lots of them were bandits as well. But you should see like traditional dances. They jumping above those axes, and it's like a choreographic fight.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's nice.
Right, Billigan
So that's why I couldn't say it's Indiana Jones, because completely different.
Yeah, no. I'm sure Jonathan's reviewed that beer. I mean, I'm trying to think when I last did it now. It's going back a long, long while. Oh, dear me, when did I do this video? April 2016, I did that. And I'm sure I can remember seeing Northern Southern Beer Reviews do it. And he said exactly the same thing. Indiana Jones on a can. That's not of course that's not being disrespectful in any way at all. That's just
it's just traditional clothing for shepherds in this region. But you know what? It's like 18th, 19th century, kind of. They still wearing it for tourists.
okay. Keep the thing alive then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Scottish tartan.
Yeah.
It's just for tourists, really.
Just tradition, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark puts review of the. Oh yeah.
Well, so do you think
it's served in a flute, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beer that you would do it as New Year's Eve celebration instead of champagne.
Yeah, I bet it tastes better than champagne. I'm not a fan of that myself, to be honest. Champagne, it's just fizzy nothingness, really. I don't get all the fuss over champagne.
Especially those the real ones from Champagne region, very dry and no, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You know what I would prefer? I would like the cheap Russian versions. Igristy, just a sparkly wine. But for me, it's much better.
No, I just don't. I think it's just there's a lot of overhype related to champagne, isn't there?
Yes,
The Rolls Royce of a drinking experience.
it's the same. It's the same with prosecco. Prosecco.
Yeah.
No, it's not for me.
For that, don't they? No, I don't get any of that. I used to like a glass of red wine occasionally back in the day, but the old digestive system couldn't handle it. I used to get terrible heartburn from it. And
No, I like nice wines, but not champagne really.
I've got a bottle of what is it in the cupboard? I got given it about 8 or 9 years ago. It's still in the cupboard. I'll never bloody open it. But, I'll go and grab it.
Yeah, I was thinking as well about buying a nice champagne-like beer for New Year celebration. Yes, yeah, I don't know, the vintage now, vintage.
I'll never open it. I got given it for. I used to deliver to Luton Airport years and years ago, and the storeman gave it me. Have it. He said, "I'm handing me noticing next week. Have it." He said. Yeah, I mean it's got Brut written on it anyway. I mean that's not bloody. It's not proper champagne then, is it? If it's Brut.
No, it is. That's why the beers are called Brut, because of the champagne.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Well, the beers spoil your experience, so you will not try to find out the exact taste, how the Brut should taste. The very very crisp champagne.
How much was that a bottle then? The one that you did for your 1000th mark? Just out of curiosity.
Well, it was a big bottle.
Yeah. I suppose it's. I think he gets his beers from an online place over in Belgium, so their prices are pretty decent, to be honest. You don't pay a lot of money, or what you do pay, you get a pretty good value. I've put a few orders in before for various Belgian websites, and you're looking at a couple of euros a bottle, really. I can live with that. That's not.
Yeah, especially when you can get beers that you can't get on the home market. So yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, it's just. I think it's just what gets you with this hobby is the curiosity of some beers.
Oh yes. You would like to try every new beer on the shelf.
Yeah, you're just intrigued by it. Oh, I haven't seen that before. You have my attention.
Yeah, I'm tempted, and that's what I've done now on the airport. I was on the free duty, waiting, and I went like, oh, beers. I still have some leftover waters. I have to spend them. So I've bought 3 beers from Wrocław, Browarstwo Mostów. We've done few of them, and actually I was flying from Wrocław, so local beers.
Local, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Fantastic beers, fantastic.
Yeah, they've got a good following over here, haven't they? Brasserie Mostov.
Oh yes, and I found some unusual styles. So I've got shops, ancient, brought to life, not existing anymore style of local beers. Nice. Then I had the black IPA. And what else? I think this is black IPA. Yeah, Salamandra black IPA. And what else I got? Something nice. What it was? Oh, Roggen beer.
Roggen beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is nice. I like it. You know what? I think I'm a fan of this kind of beer. It's like Hefeweizen, but with rye instead of wheat. Lovely.
I do like. I'm
little more spicy.
That's a style that it was a bit slow out the blocks for me, Hefeweizens, but I do appreciate a good one now.
Yeah,
I think I'm there now with that style.
Yeah.
It's up there.
It is a old Bavarian style. So just imagine Hefeweizen, but instead of wheat, you have rye.
Nice little spin on it, isn't it?
Now you look this way, but it's very traditional. Oh yes, you're right. Champagne, it's not for me.
It's got to be
a fancy thing,
overrated beer styles, overrated alcoholic drink style.
I think the whole hype went from end of 19th century and start of 20th century when it was a posh drink. Still is quite posh, and this famous opening with sabers. Well, it looks fantastic, definitely.
Yeah, I suppose it's a camaraderie of it all.
But the drink itself, well, it's not for me.
Yeah, it doesn't sort of follow its reputation, does it? Really?
Some people would say that your palate is not prepared for this yet. But yeah, it is a posh drink.
Yeah. No, not for me. I'll stick with a beer. I know where I'm at with that. Okay, Paul's beer reviews. How are you doing, Paul? Evening, lads. Have you tried the dry hopped one yet? Literally just came back from Aldi and saw it, but passed it for now. Yeah, we opened that one first. It's all right. It's all right for what it is.
Yeah, I would say it's just a Belgian pale ale. It's not hopped,
No, I wouldn't
say. It's just a Belgian pale.
I wouldn't read too much
itself. The presentation is beautiful, but actually it doesn't deliver what's on the label.
No. Yeah, it's all if you can lure yourself away from the attraction and a beautifully presented bottle of beer, it doesn't quite follow suit, does it? With what you're getting inside, but it's okay. It's drinkable.
It's very drinkable. It's very nice. But as a Christmas proposition, it's overrated. I think the bottles are beautiful, definitely, and they looks much better than on a picture on a website.
It's a different packaging, isn't it, on the website?
Yeah. But you know what? It is a nice beer, for a Christmas dinner.
Or,
Yes.
or Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
Just
Because it's simple and it will go with everything. So
Yeah.
it is a table beer. How they advertise. It is a table beer, definitely.
Yeah.
So, but they just overstated a little bit on the labels what can this beer can deliver.
You must have thought though when you were buying it that you're slightly skeptical of what you were picking up. Maybe I know I did a little bit when I thought I wasn't going to be able to get hold of it, and then I was looking around because, like you say, the picture that you sent me, the packaging is different. So I was kind of looking for it, and I couldn't sort of see it, and then I looked up, and it was on the top shelf.
Oh, is it this one?
Huh? Yeah. Well, I did. I thought, Brasserie de Noir. Yeah, there's two variations of it. Yeah, got them.
Yeah, I've sent you this picture because I was trying to make a nice picture of those two bottles and I couldn't. It was too much flashes around, so you would not see those names on the labels at all. That's why I've sent you this picture. What it was quite clear.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're still watching, Paul, I mean, it's worth a punt on it, I suppose, for the price.
Yeah, for 3 weeks.
I personally prefer the rum finish. Slightly edges it for me, very slightly. There's not a lot in it.
It's not a big difference between them.
No,
definitely.
no.
But the rum finish, it's smoother. It has a tiny woody finish, and when you're lucky, you can find rum aftertaste. But it's very small.
No, I still haven't found it yet, mate. Yeah, I think we'll let that go because I'm not going to pick that up in there.
Like I say, it's not very prominent. No, it's tiny.
Okay, beer again. Camden 2019 beer, £9 a bottle, Waitrose. Yeah, I mean we're still. I think we're going to do a live review of that beer next weekend, maybe. I don't know if, depending on what happens, we'll see how it goes. I know you've already reviewed it, Mark. I haven't had the pleasure of it yet, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
In again by packaging. Product placement.
Definitely, those bottles would look nicely on the table.
Yeah,
it's a nice presentation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, this is hard to say because both have very extended craft range. What it would be the best?
I think for me, the Aldi one would probably have to be that Medusa red ale that they did.
Well, it's okay. You know what? The whole range is acceptable, and they have very similar in Lidl's, almost exactly the same styles. But mostly it's done by Marston's now, so they have very distinctive Marston's taste.
Yeah.
I've done what I've done. I've done some 3 beers. McEwan's taste exactly the same as Marston's new craft thing.
Hide and Wild.
Yeah, something like this.
Yeah.
The same taste, and it tastes like Lidl's beer. So yeah, it's the same taste, really. You have a tiny differences in ABV, but the taste is almost the same. So
Yeah.
it's hard to say. But some new Lidl's IPAs are quite nice.
Yeah, you can get some bloody corkers there. Paul, he just literally mentions one here, Rheinbacher. I thought that was a pretty decent pilsner.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it was. Yeah, that's good
And
value. That is.
you know what? The same apply for how it's called, the Lidl's thing. How it's called? I forgot now. Perlenbacher.
Yeah, Perlenbacher.
It's, it's a very good beer, especially in the bottle version. Because
Krombacher as well. Did they do that for a while? Because I know that moved over into Tesco's. Lidl or Aldi. I'm sure I saw Krombacher in there.
well, if you have German week, you will have a Krombacher there.
No.
Brains craft lager.
Oh, dreadful stuff. Absolutely dreadful. Have you had that yet, Christoph?
Yes.
What did you think of it? Come on.
Well, it's a lager. I would not say it's a very crafty one.
It was awful.
I didn't found any exceptional features in this beer. Definitely, it was just a lager.
I think it was. I can't even remember now. I think it was really watery. I did not like it at all, one bit.
You have
Yeah, good call. Good call on that.
beer. Well,
I like that.
it's okay. It's okay.
I thought for the price point, it was a decent rice beer.
But they have a Perlenbacher version as well. Well, it is like under the same brand. It's still powered by Perlenbacher, right? Patronus. So it is a slightly different version of this.
I think, was that a summer release or the back end of the summer when they released that? I can recall having it when it was warm and sitting in the garden one evening and just having another bottle of that and really, really enjoying it. No worries for me on that beer. I quite like that one. Got 2 bottles. Well, that'd be the Patronus, Scott.
Well, because they have original Patronus and alcohol free.
Yeah.
Well, I would still go for alcohol one. But yes, if someone can't drink alcohol at the moment, for example, he's driving or taking medication or whatever, yes, it's much better than most of alcohol-free lagers. It tastes much better.
You've had a few sort of like non-alcoholic beers, haven't you?
Yeah. They are, like they are not very tasty.
Yeah, there's a funny lot, isn't there, out there that are all more or less the same old, and then there's like you get a couple which are not too bad or acceptable.
Yeah, mostly wheat beers are better than just ordinary lagers. But what I would like to suggest to you, you should try Carlsberg. alcohol-free.
I didn't even know they did one.
Yes, and you know what? It's nice. It tastes like a beer.
Okay.
I was very
Where you
surprised.
pick that up from?
Well, I've bought it in Poland, but it's just Carlsberg, so it's supposed to be everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I've heard good things about the Heineken alcohol free. A lot of people said that's not too bad.
But I think Carlsberg it's much better. It just tastes like a beer.
Yeah. Okay.
But you should try it, to know. OJ, oh okay.
Yeah.
It is a new thing.
Oh dear.
Everyone wants to try it.
Yes. I've seen a few Williams Brothers beers in Aldi actually.
Yes, they have few exclusive beers for them. They're quite decent.
I do like I like Caesar Augustus. I think that's a decent IPA lager hybrid.
Yeah.
But nice, very nice.
But they have IPA and ordinary lager as well. Yeah, good beers. Huh.
Belgian Strome.
Well, you know what? With Belgian beers, we are still learning. The beer hooligan is an expert, right? He knows everything about Belgian beers. We are trying to learn. So I'm not saying that we are experts, but we know what we like. What do you think about this?
Yeah, no, it's true. I definitely need to try more Belgian beers. The ones that I have had have been all right. I think I pin my colours to the post with a style, and that would have to be a quadruple. I think that's my style that I'm digging.
Yeah. Those essential beers, heavy ones. Yeah. You know what the Tomasz Kopera says? Boring Belgian. Boring Belgian. Well, in most of the typical styles, it is a little bit boring because the taste and aroma it's not very huge. But you have few styles that are much better, especially those heavy ones. Heavy Belgian, it's much better.
A good quad, I think, is where I'm at with that sort of area. I've had a few decent triples, but yeah, quads, I think, for me, all day long.
Yeah, the heaviest, the better, because the pale ale is just equivalent of lager.
Yeah.
You have some, the Belgian notes there. This is, something extra, but still it's quite, like those beers. It's not so much aroma and taste in it. It's nice and drinkable, but well, we've been looking for something extra, especially because of the look of the bottles. And what? Nothing really.
No. I mean, I'm slowly soldiering through it all, and just again, I just sort of forget about the beer. The beer takes sort of a back seat, and the conversation develops, and you just drink along and forget about the beer. Really, sort of one of them. Just go through the motions of drinking and talking. That's what I'm doing at the moment, and I haven't got a great deal left now of the rum. In fact,
actually, we've I've finished almost 2 bottles, and
I've got a little bit left of the dry hopped.
Yeah, it is just a table beer. you have a beer, and it's just a good talking point.
I mean, I wouldn't say to everybody go out there and fill your boots with the stuff, but definitely worth checking out for £3 a bottle. Even
Yeah,
if you don't want to buy both, just pick up one, whatever takes your fancy. Pick up one, £3.
It's not such a difference between them, so
yeah, there's hardly anything in it really.
Slightly edge to the room finish, if you will find the taste in it.
I do get the wood. I pick the wood up.
It's straight away in aroma. But then you would need to dig deep into aftertaste to find the room finish.
Well, this is my last glass of it, and I'm yet to discover that rum experience, Christoph. So,
you know what? The rum is in the sweetness.
Yeah, there's it definitely stands out more on sweetness. So yeah, maybe it's lurking in there. I do pick up an extra sweetness in it for sure, which makes me like it a fraction more than the dry hopped version.
Well, definitely it's not heavily hopped, because we couldn't find any hops in the aroma.
That's probably for you, Christoph.
I like whiskey. Yes, I'm going to discover even more whiskey. I'm trying different ones, and well, you can find some whiskey reviews on my channel. But yes, it is a nice area to discover. It is a nice gentleman drink. You have to have time just to play with the whiskey a little bit. So yeah, it is a nice gentle drink, but quite expensive if you want to try some better brands. But yeah, even if you would start from general most exposed brands on the supermarket shelves, you will find good examples. You should try those whiskeys first, so you would know your ground. You will find out what you like most, and then discover some better whiskeys. So yes, explore, find out for yourself. Everyone likes something different, and it is a wild world there with whiskeys. So yes, Erdinger, I think I did.
I think I did.
Yes.
It was a bit Alka-Seltzer for me, isotonic-y sort of thing from it. I didn't dig that.
The most Germans with non-alcoholic beers are advertised as isotonic drinks, and you know what? It works. It works all right. Yeah. Like I said, I would prefer non-alcoholic with beer than lager. But I must say that Carlsberg non-alcoholic is exceptional, especially for me.
Have you ever tried the St. Peter's non-alcoholic?
Yes.
Without.
Okay. It was okay. It was ale, I think.
An ale, and non-alcoholic. I think it was the first non-alcoholic best bitter, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, it was okay. I like this one.
I'm in for a treat then, yeah. I'm supposed to be doing that live with Scott and Wanda one day when we get around to doing it. We'll see. So
Well,
what are your plans for this weekend then, mate?
Weekend. I have 3 Belgian beers to drink. Nice, small, fat bottles. I have a Belgique one. You've done this one.
Belgico, yeah.
Yeah, from
And
Humboldt.
yeah.
For a quid, I think it's just okay. So yeah, I will do this, and I'm just thinking what else to do. I've done whiskey review from Tesco. I was disappointed.
We need to see some more breakfast reviews from you.
Breakfast. Well,
beer and breakfast.
I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking. Well, you would be surprised. I think what I would suggest for breakfast. It is very traditional Polish breakfast soup based on beer. But I need to find out the exact recipe. And of course, they were using, the homemade beer. So I'm just thinking, what beer to choose? Because obviously it wasn't a lager, definitely. It was some kind of ale. But I need to, try it first. Is it eatable? And then I will do it.
Yeah, fair dues. Right, hour and coming up to the hour and 40 mark. I think we'll start winding things down now. Big thank you to Christoph as always. Been a long time coming. Actually, it's been a while, hasn't it, since we've actually got together?
So 2 months or something.
Yeah, we'll have to get back into the swing of things on a fortnightly basis if we can sort of like get the time together to sort of do a review.
I was too busy recently, but now I think it's up a little bit.
Yeah. We'll definitely get back on track again with something anyway, whether it be supermarket beers or whatever. We'll discuss that off air anyway and work out a plan of attack for future live reviews. But, thanks to everyone that's left comments. Much appreciated as always. These 2 beers, give them a go. Give them a go. You've got nothing to lose for £3.
Price and okay.
Yeah, they are. They're simple enough beers, but don't expect miracles from them. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Take it easy, every one of you. See you later. Ciao for now.
Thank you very much. Cheers.